So today I was at jury duty. Have you been to jury duty? Last time I was at jury duty. Last time I was at jury duty, I was I was pregnant with Ava. So that was like 2.5 to 3 years ago. Yeah, so it was a few months before she was born. So it was probably like September. So it's almost been 3 years since I was at jury duty. And do you know the jury duty card is now like a postcard? I used to, 3 years ago, it was like a piece of paper. My times have changed. So it was a criminal case, and you have so much time on your hands as you're waiting for to see if you get selected for jury duty. And so I brought my laptop and I wrote, and there was plenty of things to do, and I was writing about my day yesterday. And yesterday, I went to school and had lunch with Austin, and we pulled up a snake video, and he really wanted to see about snakes. And one of the things we watched was a snake was eating a little baby pig. A snake was eating a little baby pig. It was like, Austin's like, oh, this is so interesting. And I'm thinking, oh, this is so gross. Like, you see the jaw of the snake, like, open. The snake, first the snake chokes the animal so that it dies, right? And then the snake will coil its body around the animal to hold it steady while it tries to, like, move its jaw along and slide it into its body. And the jaw has to be pretty big. Like, I think it actually opens and dislocates so that it can, like, move along the body to put the whole thing in. And it's so intriguing to watch. And Austin's like, could a snake eat a human? And I said, yeah, I think so, as long as the jaw of a snake is as big as our shoulders, because it has to be able to put the whole human body into its body, and the acids, I guess, break down the stuff, and maybe it spits out. I know, it's so gross, right? Hey, Randy. So technically, like an anaconda, it's only natural pharaoh. Thanks for joining. Like, it's yeah, so I guess an anaconda or any big snake that's really, really big, can open its jaws really wide, could eat a whole entire human body. So the name of today's video is, are you like a snake with a belly full of food? Hey, Carlos, Donnie, and I was writing about this. I was sharing with my son, and I was like, Austin, when the snake eats a whole thing, like if it eats a little baby pig, or eats a rat, or eats like, if it eats like a little, what did we watch it eat? We saw it eat a little pig, and we saw it eat, what was the other animal we saw it eat? I don't remember, but it was big. Oh, crocodile. We saw it eat a crocodile. Was it a crocodile? I want to say it was a crocodile. Yes, it was like a baby crocodile lizard. It was, because you kind of watch it, so it's like it finally gets its tail and its little back hind legs into the snake. It's just like, ooh. Austin thought it was so interesting. My 6-year-old son, Austin. But I was writing about it, and I was like, yeah, I was sharing with Austin about the snake. We watched a snake video together, and I realized that, and I was sharing with my son, Austin, that when the snake eats an animal, when it has a belly full of an animal, is actually when it's in its most vulnerable state, is because it's heavy. It's dragging this thing around, and if it doesn't find a proper place to hide or hide out while it's digesting its food, it's easily killed because it's so heavy. And I was, hey, Karen, and I was thinking, the snake has to eat the food to live, but then when the snake eats the food, it's the very thing that could kill it because it makes it most vulnerable. So it's like a dichotomy, you're like, huh, that's really interesting. And I was thinking, this is kind of, what if this was kind of like an analogy to human life, right? Like, let's say we, the very thing that keeps us alive is the thing to do, the very thing that gives us life, that we really feel alive, is for us to do our soul work, to do our soul purpose, right? To do really what we came here to do, really share our message and share our truth, right? Like, that is a very powerful way of living. But at the same time, people may disagree with you. They may stone you. They may throw rocks at you. They may criticize you. They may have 100,000 comments on your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed or whatever because they might disagree with you. It's possible, you know, and I was thinking, you know, we have a truth and we have a core belief. And like I was thinking in court, right? Like when I was sitting here in the jury selection, all this stuff, and one of the judges, not the judges, the defense attorney, they would ask, okay, so if it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you know, and this is a small case, so there's only 6 people on the jury, and he's like, okay, if you are one person who disagrees with the verdict, and there's 5 other people that have a different verdict, and it's 5 o'clock, are you going to change your mind so that you just go home, you know, or if the other 5 people think something and you think something else, like let's say the other 5 people say guilty and you say not guilty, like are you going to automatically change your vote because the other 5 people said not guilty or guilty? Like, will you stand your ground? You know, like, will you stick to your opinion unless more evidence is shown and more logical thinking is shown or shared so that you can decide for yourself if you agree with the other 5 people or not? And it made me think about our truth. You know, like when you share a truth, especially when you share a deep, profound truth and you know in your hearts of hearts to be true, like how strong is your footing? How much will you commit to your truth? To the death? To be stoned? To be outcasted? To the other 5 jurors that want to just go home, be done with? Like how much will you stand for that truth? And it's kind of like the snake, right? Like the snake is risking its life when it eats something to stay alive. So if you're living your truth, hey Kyle, and you're sharing your truth, what if that truth might be the very thing that could kill you? It could be the thing that puts you at risk. Are you willing to stand for that truth? Are you willing to share that truth anyways? And be open to criticism and be open to people disagreeing with you. Be open to people throwing rocks at you in a way, you know. People might have a lot of mean comments or something. Like if you think about celebrities and you think about like all the haters of the celebrities and you look at the comments like on Instagram or wherever, like sometimes you're like, dude, like what are these people's deals? Like who doesn't love Katy Perry? Who doesn't love, I don't know, Pink? Who doesn't love One Republic? Who doesn't love Coldplay? Who doesn't love who's the one that Coldplay dated for a while? Jennifer Lawrence. Like who doesn't love Kate Beckinsale? Like who doesn't love Kate Hudson? Like, and yet a large amount of people will find a whole bunch of things wrong with them. So is that just part of the deal? Is that part of you standing your ground? Is that part of you living and being alive? Is that part of you sharing your truth and know that there's a possibility that you may get criticized, you may get negative feedback, you may get a lot of haters in a way? I don't know, but I think it's a strong possibility. So brace yourself. Brace yourself. Yeah, so that is my question to you. Are you a snake with a belly full of food because you are living your truth, you're sharing your truth, and are you willing to be vulnerable and kind of at risk in a way because you're that snake with a belly full of food? That's probably the easiest time to kill a snake is when it can barely move because it has a belly full of food. But it's the very thing it needs to do to stay alive. Like the very thing that feeds your soul and for you to live a meaningful, powerful life is for you to share your truth and share your message with humanity, with fellow souls on the planet. And you may just have a lot of disagreement. And that's okay, because there will be plenty of people that resonate with you, and there will be plenty of people that vibe with you, and plenty of people will get your message. That's it. So if you didn't already know, I'm teaching a relationships course this Saturday. I'm collaborating with this amazing soul. His name is Michael Stone. He created this platform, this modality called neurodynamic breathwork. And it's a breathing method led by music. It's kind of meditative, and it takes you into modality for you to release your suppressed emotions, old stagnant stuff that holds you back. It builds new neural pathways for you to access your creativity, your highest intelligence, your inner intuition, all that wonderful stuff. Highly, highly amazing. So if that resonates with you, definitely go check it out, breathworkonline.com. And then if you subscribe, if you're a subscriber of Michael Stone's Neurodynamic Breathwork, you get access to my course. And if you send me a message, I'll send you a link to subscribe for a free month of stuff. So starting on Saturday, the 25th at 12 noon, hey Shivani, 12 noon Central Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, California time, I'll be teaching a relationships course with on the platform of Michael Stone. So go check out Breathwork Online. This time I will remember to post a link at the bottom for you to get a free month of subscriber benefits, which includes my course, and you get to transform your relationships. So a basic principle of neurodynamic breathwork is everything that you need to live your most powerful life already exists within you. With that said, of course, you have the power to transform all of your relationships, including the one with yourself, by accessing the multiverse within you, by accessing your inner divinity, by accessing all that you already have. It's just a matter of shifting and practicing into a new way of being and accessing that stuff. That's what I teach in this relationships course. Highly amazing, very incredible, life transformative, of course, of course. So it's usually $48 to subscribe, but if you sign up under my link, you can subscribe for a free month of neurodynamic breathwork, including all the subscriber benefits, including all the courses that are taught for free. So I'll be teaching this relationships course every 2 weeks, starting on the 25th of May at 12 noon Central Texas time, 10 a.m. California time. And if you didn't already know, also, I have a money course going on. So you're looking to transform your life with the relationship with money for $44 over 28 days. You will forever change the trajectory of your relationship with money. I'm a pro at relationship with money. So of course I have all these wonderful tools and prompts and lessons for you to master and practice and put into your life and really transform your relationship with money, of course. And also, if you didn't know, I'm a life Sherpa. I help fellow souls in their climb up the mountain. So that climb represents accessing the multiverse within you, finding your highest intelligence, finding the inner divinity within yourself to live your most powerful life. All of us have that ability. Many of us just forgot or don't remember how to access it, and that's what I do. I help you access it. So as a life coach, you can work with me one-on-one, or you can work with me on a group capacity every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Texas time, 6 p.m. California time. I teach a course. First half hour is a concept about living your most powerful life that you can practice. And the second half hour is about mini coaching sessions, distinctions, nuances, examples, any areas of your life you'd like to transform. We dig deep into it. Very powerful. So weekly group coaching sessions, only $48 a month. One-on-one coaching with me is a bit more expensive. You do it for half an hour, 1 hour each week. You can also purchase a 6-pack if you want to do like 6 weeks of deep transformative work. But the fastest way to have the most amount of transformation in the least amount of time is to work with me on a one capacity, but it's also the most expensive. So whatever works for you, whatever works for you. You can check it all out on my website, Soul, S-O-U-L, Elevated Life, soulelevatedlife.com. That's it. Love you lots. Sending you love, light, profound clarity, infinite possibility to create the life you desire to live, one that is aligned with your soul's expansion, growth, and purpose, always. Always, 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 always. Here's to you living a soul-elevated life. Good night, Shivani. Good night, Kyle. Good night, Karen. Good night, Randy. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. It's only natural fair. Good night, Carl's Donnie. Have a good night.